Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's live futures education and training broadcasts. This is an outreach of American Dream Trading, which was founded by, is owned by, is managed by, is ran by, is incorporated by as a legal corporation by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call the Coach. Nobody calls him by his first name. We all call him Coach. And why do we do that? Because he helps to educate us on everything investing, whether it's in stocks or stock options or crypto, futures, which is my personal favorite now. And we're glad that you can be here with us today. My name is Mark McSee. I'm one of the over 20 moderators here at American Dream Trading. Glad you could join us. We talk everything futures and everything from actual trading, about charting and indicators, how we make decisions. And we will talk about the psychology of trading, because the biggest enemy to being a day trader or trading in general is you. You are the biggest problem when it comes to investing. Once you get the education to training, you still have to overcome that psychological barriers that we throw in front of ourselves. Impatience and freaking out and those kind of things. So just when you think you have all your understanding in place, you find out that you end up sabotaging your own success sometimes, or a lot of the time, and we all go through it, right? You're not unique in that manner. It's all a journey that we take. The better we are in the psychological part of training, the better and more successful we will be over time, right? One of the hardest things to do psychologically is to get out of a play, get over that hopium, thinking the trade's going to come back up. Well, you know what? Sometimes it don't. Most of the time it don't, right? It heads in a direction and stays there. So we end up losing a lot of money because we hold on too long. Don't do that. Anyway, glad you could be here today. If this is your first time here, you know the routine. Click that subscribe, like, share buttons. Make sure your notifications are turned on so that you do not miss any upcoming broadcast here from American Dream Trading. If you're on the TikToks, make sure you smash them like buttons. If you're on YouTube, make sure you smash them thumbs up. I don't see a whole lot of thumbs up over there. Come on, YouTube, smash them thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Thank you. I'm watching. I can see how many's in the room, and I can see how many thumbs up I got. I only have 50% over there on YouTube, so there's half of you haven't smashed that thumbs up button. Have at it. Hey, MJW, come into the house. Happy Chef, Isabella, Harvey, Wolf, Andrew, happy to have all you here. Whiter, Zabranek, McFly is your first name, Marty, I know. Bad joke. Blank space, West Coast, Zabaglan, Shane. Good to have you all here today. Dave's not here. Where are you, Dave? Dave's not here. He says what his name is. Dave's not here. John. And anytime you see where it says ADD Coach over there on TikTok, that's actually me. That's not Coach himself. Not that Coach won't pop in here from time to time, but I'll be typing numbers in there just so TikTok knows that we have an active feed, that I am typing things right into the TikTok chat box, which I do, but anyway. So from time to time, the more that you put in there, the better it is. Thank you for that. Glad you could be here. Anywho, what do you see on my screen? Well, what you see behind me is my TradingView software. It's an independent charting software. It's a subscription-based program. It is probably the single largest independent charting software on the planet. Used worldwide, loved by many, hated by few. I haven't met anybody that doesn't like it yet, that hasn't played around with it and learned how to use it. It's a beautiful thing to use. It's a very powerful tool. There's all kinds of things you can do as far as charting. There's all kinds of things in trend lines. It's just a ton of things. And as an added bonus, if you have one of the brokers, well, since I'm not logged in here, since I just now noticed that, to the brokers list, I haven't hooked up my paper here. Let me show you here. Let me pop this up. If you're thinking about taking a peek at TradingView, here is a list of the different brokers. I mean, you can go to their website and find this information, But right here within the app, this is the desktop app. You can paper trade, and these are the different brokers that you can actually link to paper trading or to paper trade to TradingView, and you can trade right through TradingView while you're hooked up to your brokerage account. I do it every day. Love it. I hooked up to I've only done it with two. I have two main ones that I'm using. I'm using Webull, which is my primary trading account, where my big account's at, and I have my smaller account with Trade-Evate. And why isn't my Trade-Evate bigger than the Webull or vice versa? Well, I just started using Trade-Evate here about, I don't know, a month or two, whatever. So I've been live trading in front of our members, demonstrating the software. I like it. Matter of fact, our members liked what they saw. We have a lot of them signing up for a Trade-Evate account. It's not an endorsement. I'm not saying run out and get it. We just happen to like it for our uses. There's plenty of them out here. These are probably, a lot of these are good. I don't know. I can't tell you. I have looked at Iron Beam. I have looked at Plus 500. You know, there's not one best broker. It's whatever your needs are. So this is all the different ones. Maybe you see your broker on there, and you can link your trading account to TradingView and use the TradingView interface to actually trade your account. It's really slick. It works very well. I like it. Works well with Webull. Works well with Trade-Evate. That's the only two that I can speak of right at this point. I don't see myself opening another account, but the other ones I mentioned, I didn't open an account, but I demoed them. They were all right, but it is so nice. I can come over here and, well, one thing I got to do is I got to get in here and let me log into my paper trading account here real quick. And click that button, connect, that easy. Oops, what did that say? That isn't it. Clicked the wrong button, sorry. That's because I got something in my road. That's a why. All right, let's try this again. Right here, paper trading, right there we go. Ta-da, now it clearly says that I'm paper trading. You can't see it because it's behind me, but behind my big fat head. So once I get that, now I can actually execute trades using TradingView's trading widget over here. And I can program all this. I can use, they have a price ladder, DOM type of thing. If you're used to this type of L2, you can use this kind of price ladder if that's what you're used to. I don't care for it myself just because I haven't put the time in to learn it, but I use this trading widget here. You know, it has an option. You can use a take profit to get out or stop loss. I always use that, and it gives you the information on the trade. So if I have 10 contracts in here of YM, it'll give me what I need to have, what the trade value is, what's my risk. We'd be going in with a 25 tick. That's $1,250 that I stand to lose potentially if it would pull all the way back to my stop. So there's all kinds of things here. And you can use the take profit and all that. So I can execute a trade just like that. Bang, right? It executes it. Here's the information. Let me close this, get it out of the road. So here's what it does when it executes the trade. All right. Here's where my entry is. It says I have 10 longs because it's a positive number. If it was a short, it'd be a negative number. There's my stop loss. And it shows that I have 10 contracts, and there's my take profit. Now, I don't use take profit. Why do I want to limit my upside, right? Does it have a purpose? Yes, but I don't use it. So I just put it up there so you can see it. So, and I can adjust these up and down, right? I can, you know, if I want to, it's not going up that high, I want to move it down to here. So when it gets there automatically. So you can do the same thing with your stop loss. If your stop loss is too big, you think you want to move it up, or you want to adjust it on the fly at the entry. But once you set your stop loss, don't touch it again. You do not want to risk losing more money to the downside, hoping that it's going to pop back up. Doesn't work that way. So, and I can close those out individually, or I can use the trade and it closes everything out all at once. Really slick. And that's connected to, well, that there is connected to my Webull account, my live data on my Webull account. So, all right. My hobbies. I don't believe you're in the wrong room, sir, based on your comment, unless you're in multiple rooms and you typed into the wrong chat box. Please review your last comment there, my hobbies, and make sure you are in the right room. If it was an accident, no problem. Please remove that comment and we'll let you stay. No issue. This is not Rocket Leave. My stream was set to education, I believe. But you could be correct. I could have it. I may have clicked off on a button. No, I am on learn is what I'm on. So there you go. So you are incorrect, sir. It says learn on my TikTok Studio software. So just to learn is a general. Now maybe it's coming across on your feed, but it is under the learning sector, if you want to call it that. So thanks for the information, though. Appreciate it. All right. I will double check that later, but I don't know if that's what it is. If that's wrong, then all I can tell you is what I can see right here. Once you're in it, you can't change things, right? You know what I mean? But I am under the learn. It does say here I am under learning. I can't tell anything else after that as far as I know. But thank you for the information. Let me check this here real quick. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't tell me. All right. But I will double check that after I get offline, because it doesn't allow you to really make major changes without restarting your feed. All right. Do you ever take trades on here? Every single day I take trades on here. User 1822228828474. Yes, I do. I live trade and I paper trade. Today I am paper trading. I try not to do my live trading on here just for the simple fact is I'm answering questions and looking at different monitors and watching my feeds and all that jazz that goes into running a live stream. So it's too easy to get distracted and forget what I'm doing. So here's the trade here. If this breaks and holds below this level, but the problem is here, this one, here we got this room down here. Now it did reject down here earlier. Now, can I go in this right now? Yeah, I shouldn't, and I won't, but I will show you. By not waiting, well, it's already pulling back. I was going to tell you, by not waiting on the break and hold below this current strong support level here, it may just pull back and go against me, right? So, and I'm looking at YM right now. So, anyhow, let me check the L2 on that real quick just to see how things are lining up there on YM. And all the orders to this downside are pretty stable, nothing huge. There is some 474s, but I am loaded up to do a trade, right? And this is a paper trade account. I tell you whether it's real or paper trade. So most of the time it's paper, just in case I look away or I switch screens. I've done that too in paper trade. Tell you, somebody says, oh, look at that, and I'll switch over and forget I got to trade live. That could ruin your account in a hurry if you understand what I mean, right? Looking at the wrong wing and forget you're in a trade. And I've done that before. Fortunately, wasn't ruinous to me at the time. ES also down here to double bottom. They're all kind of down here to double bottom, triple bottoms. See how they're all down here about the prior levels that they were at. It's kind of a wait and see right now what they want to do, whether they want to break on through the other side on the downside or bounce and go up, right? So you can see they all kind of look the same. Here's gold. Gold doesn't look that way. Gold's up at 200, whether it wants to break up above it or not. It's kind of in a downtrend itself. With this software, you can draw trend lines. I can already see I got a channel there. If you like drawing actual trend lines, you can go up here and connect the dots. If it breaks above that, now I know I'm above the trend, right? That kind of thing. If you like doing that things. If you want to draw ascending, you can go down to the bottom, connect up, so if it breaks out of that wedge, all kinds of fancy things, whatever you want to do. It provides everything just like any other broker software would do. TradingView does it, and they do it better, in my opinion. It's prettier. Yeah, it's prettier. AMD, what about it? What do you want to know about AMD? That's a stock. We're talking about futures here, but I can look at AMD if you like. But I need to know what you want to know. Just with the question mark doesn't know what you're looking for. Hey, Nunya. So, Thomas, what do you want to know about AMD? What's your question? Yes, I know what AMD is.
Question.
Advanced Micro Devices. But what do you want to know? I will take a look. And the only reason I'm taking a look at it because the chart's a chart to chart, right? Is it going back up? Well, your guess is as good as mine there, sir. All we do here on here is we trade to trade. It's in front of us. It's not looking too good right now, though, is it? What kind of a trend is it in for today? Can you see that? Our regression channel shows you what it is on a 2-minute. And it's at the bottom of the channel, and it probably may stay there. Who knows? We can't give you an opinion whether it's going to go up or go down because we're not licensed financial advisors, and as such, we can't give you investment, tax, or trading advice, right? But it's in a very nice down on a short if that's what you wanted. Hopefully you're in shorts or puts. I guess puts if you're trading options. If you're buying, if you just bought the stock, well, you know, and you wanted it to go up today, you're not doing too well. Right now, I will tell you, right here, it is at a double bottom. What happens there, Mr. Thomas, on double bottoms? Oh, you're playing it down? Oh, congratulations, you're in the money, buddy. That's lots of money. Yeah. There you go. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. Go back here. Did you hear that, Cash? You're in the money. You're in the money big time. Now, you are in a critical level here, right? You see this double bottom, right? What happens at double bottoms, Thomas? Do you know? Have you listened enough to know what might happen at a double bottom? Mayor Thomas on TikTok. This is one of the best trades in the world. What happens usually at double bottoms? Do you know? If you don't know, just say, no, I don't know. I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you anyway, but okay. Double tops, double bottoms are some of the best trades in the world. When it comes back down to test the support, see this candle here? See this right here? Statistically, all right, it will bounce, right? But you have to wait and see. Now, what is the trend? The overall trend is down, all right? But as this is a double bottom, this is a very strong support of resistance. Now, we're like, well, you talk about stocks, not futures. Well, guess what? Everything you learn in trading stocks applies to futures and crypto and stock options and bonds. It's the same thing. If you can learn to chart and chart a chart, all charts the same. You trade a chart's a chart to chart. That's why I'm taking time with Thomas here, even though this is stocks. And look what it's doing. So now we're at a level there, right? What's it doing? Do you ever use an L2? You know, that could give you a little hint. Might be where the orders are at, right? Right now, you know, there's some orders stacked up at 159 even. And why would that be? Why would a bunch of orders be stacked up at $159.00? Well, let me tell you. You don't know? Anybody who would know? Why would it be at 159 even? Anybody? Why is that? Why do people put orders right at 159? Anybody? Go ahead, I'll wait. Type your answer in.
It's a round number.
It's a nice round number. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Right answer, right? Just a nice pretty number, right? So now it may be historical. Now, how would I know how to do with AMD? Do you know your levels? What's your next level to the downside, Thomas? Huh? Do you have a levels? Do you have, yes, whole dollars, you're right, Nanya. Do you have lines drawn on your chart? Or are you just letting it go wherever it goes? Do you know where it's going to go next? All right, well, here, everybody learn. Now, this applies. We're talking about an individual stock, but it doesn't matter because this lesson applies 100% to trading anything, futures, whatever. See, I can see here, Alt-H, isn't it? What's the daggone... Is it? Trying to see where it pops the line on. Nope, that's not that button. Anyway, I was just trying to keep from going up here. So there's you mark your levels. This is a 4-hour chart. If you want to get some quick, strong lines on your chart, flip your chart on a 4-hour. What you're looking for is, oops, I didn't want that line on there. Sorry, because I was talking. But I want. What the heck's my? I got it covered up or what? I must be missing a line. Anyway, there we go. So what you want, cancel, is what you want to do is you want to slap some lines on your chart. You should have already had this done before you entered the trade. Do you mark historical levels? You don't have a clue. Well, here's a good hit for you, Thomas. Don't take this personally. But how do you know where you're going if you don't have a map? How do you know where you're going if you don't have a GPS? What do you do? How do you get to where you're going? If I told you to get in your car right now and drive to Portsmouth, Maine, how would you get there? You just going to get in your car and just take off and hope you get there? Which direction do you got to head? How do you know? How do you know where you're going? Right? That's the importance of charting. What you are doing is very dangerous. It's a recipe to wreck your account. And this is the problem we see every day. People don't get the education. They think they just want to jump in there and start throwing money at something because a best friend or an uncle's brother's sister's cousin said, "Oh, get in AMD," right?
Baby.
Right. So you need to know where you're going, right? So train more, trade less. Now, hopefully, you've already said that you're in the down, so. And I appreciate your honesty. And I'm not picking on you. You know why I'm saying these things is because we say these things every day to our paid members, right? This is how we learn. You need to have your chart charted out before you even start trade. Do like a 4-hour levels. Those put some historical levels on your chart, right? And I can go back further, whatever, and look around and see. See how I drew these lines over here, but look how back here. Look how these lines, these candles hit right on them areas, right? Now this one here is all, well, that's okay. So now I can go down to whatever. I'm just going to go. I'm not going to go through extensive charting here, but I am going to throw some 2-minute ones on here, right, real quick.
KB, your mic's open in your language. We're live.
We're live, KB. Dangers of a live broadcast. It's all right. It's $20 in the tip jar. Right. All right. So I see there's a level here. So, I can go up here, go back. And once you do this, you have it on your chart forever, right? If you save it, right? And so it's important to have that. Now, we already just saw that this was down here, right? Now, I'm oversimplifying this, but you want to look and see multiple touches. See, here and here, it touched, right? All right, so now what about if it goes down? What other levels are down there that I got to watch, right? This gives you historical reference to where the people bought and sold AMD at, right? So I can pop a line there. Again, it doesn't have to be the exact penny. Don't freak out about that, right? Don't get all crazy about it. I mean, the more accurate you can get your line. See this big uptick here? That's a big gap it's got to fill, right? Is there any information there? Well, anyway, my point is, without spending forever on this, is you need to chart. Don't ever trade anything unless you have it charted out. Once you learn how to do charting, effective charting, it will literally only take you a minute or two to go from 0 to hours. On a 4-hour chart, what do I chart? I just showed you that. I look for multiple touches, right? It could be here and here. Well, right here, look. This come down, hit there. This come down, hit there. This came up and here, right? See how that all hung out here on this level right here? These ones, now they break through, right? And they may not, nothing stops on a dime, okay? I mean, sometimes it's amazing how accurate they get. So what you're looking for, the more times you can see it hit, the better you are. You're not charting every candle. That's crazy, right? So go to a longer term. You could go with a month, a week, a day. A lot of members do that. I have a few charts I've done that way. I started drawing my lines on a month, right? I can put, let's look at a month one. And this is the same thing that applies when you're doing futures, right? And I'm just spending some time with our new friend here, Thomas, showing these things, right? So now here's a monthly, right, movement chart. Reset this. All right, let me get this over here. Stretch it. This Microsoft mouse I got just ain't getting it. Takes me longer to spread things out here. All right, let me get this chart spread out so we can see what we're looking at a little bit better, right? Now, each one of those candles is a month, right? So, obviously, if I can put my cursor right here on top of that candle, and let me draw a line here instead of trying to tell you to look at this little dot. If I draw a line right there, does this, there's where it hit that candle. Does it hit the top or bottom of other candles? Well, it kind of cut that one in half. These flirted with it, and that one flirted with it, kind of cut that candle a little bit. Let's go back over here and see. So this might be just need tweaked a little bit, right? I can do the same thing as I go along here, right? I can pop levels on here. So now I have longer term, I'm just going to slap these on real sloppily. I'm just popping them on for reference for you, all right? So I can do the month, and then I can go, if I want, I can go to a week, right? And I can look at a week chart. 1 week, as in 7 days, not a chart this week. Now I can go here. Now I can fine tune. I can get some other, now I can look at my weekly chart. What you want is you want to see, okay, if there's one here, scroll back, scroll forward. In your chart, is there a lot of places it keeps hitting? Ideally, you want 3 or more if you can get it, right? The more you see it, the better that level is. You don't want to just put with 1, all right? And you just go back, rinse and repeat, right? I don't care if I screw this all up because I'm not trading this anyway. So now you do that. Now you can go down if you want to go to the 4-hour, which you just saw me do, right? Now you can go to the 4-hour. So now I'm starting to gather historical information. Believe it or not, stocks tend to sell and get sold and bought on the historical levels. It will blow your mind once you start drawing these lines on your chart, right? To see how accurate it is. Why would I want to buy in the middle, right? When I know it's going to go down here or go up there, right? I can make more money, or I can buy it less expensive. Now look at this line that I drew on there already. Look at that. Look how many times that candle hit that, right? So what does this all mean? By having historical levels on my chart, yes, peaks and valleys. You want to look at the highs, the lows, and chart. You don't want to chart every candle, because that's nothing, right? You want multiple hits, right? So I look here. If I want, I like this right here. Okay, well, scroll back, see if there's any more, right? So what you want to do is you want to zoom in, get the bigger picture, right? So you get as much as you can on your chart. And now I can see, oh, okay, that's a pretty good line. Look how many times that hit that, right? So, there's a place down here. So you need to do that homework before you trade anything, right? And we can get into more detail with our paid members on doing this, but that'll get you going. Now you have a roadmap. Now I can drive to Portsmouth, Maine, right? Now I have a map. I can see where these things are generally bought and sold at, these different levels. Historical levels matter. Look, it went through the 159. It didn't really care going down, right? Well, it didn't stop. Well, this one wick touched it. And then the next candle went through, but where did it stop? At my other historical level. And then what happened? This candle pulled up and it touched that 159, right? And it went up, bang, off of there. Now, you're always going to have them where they don't stop exactly. You're never generally going to have it. But now I have a roadmap. I have more confidence in my trade. It's almost like I can tell you exactly where it's going to go before it goes, kind of thing, right? So get your lines on your chart. Don't ever trade again without lines on your chart. And that's how you do that. And we do that, and it's not like you're doing this with 100 stocks. You pick, 1 to 5 that you really like and get them charted out and learn how it moves and breathes, and you'll become a more successful trader, because you're not like a squirrel being distracted every 2 seconds. How many lines do I carry on my chart? I don't count. Way too many. It gets bad sometimes, because I'll add lines YM charting just to get a reference, maybe just so, because, once these things move off your screen, right, if you're in something all day, then you don't. So I'll add other things once in a while. But then your chart, every now and then, you just got to go in and clean out your charts. So, yeah, they make fun of me sometimes, but on the lines. But as long as it isn't too clouded up while you're in the trade, right, you spread them out. So that's how you do that. You need to get those on there. So I'm glad you spoke up. You were honest. You said you didn't have a clue where it was going. Well, here's AMD. We're still watching it, right? This is a great trade. You're fortunate that it's still pulling, right? I'm looking at the L2. There's some big orders to continue on down that 158.5-ish area down here. So we should, if I slapped this line on here, how accurate that was. I was just trying to show you in a hurry. I'm not sure. 158.60 is going to be the next big test for you, which is right here, right there. So it may bounce right there. We don't know. Why is 158.60 so special? Well, it's nice even pennies, right? So, all right, let me take a look at some other questions. Apparently I have. Okay, let me back up over here to YouTube's. All right, Thomas, does that help you a little bit? You know where you can get that training at? American Dream Trading. Have you started in American Dream Trading yet? Do you have our free Discord there, Thomas, or are the rest of you listening? Right? Who's got it? Did you get our free Discord? What if I could offer you a week's worth of free training? Would that interest you? Would you actually take advantage of it? Joining our live Zoom calls for a week. Thank you, Kelly. For a free week, you get starting at about 8:45 a.m. through 4 p.m. every single day in our live Zoom call to get our training. Kelly's a premium member. Good. All right. Who's interested? If you're interested, tell me you're interested, and we'll hook you up. 1 week free in either the premium trading stock options, or a week at trading crypto, or a week trading futures. All right. All right, let me go over here to YouTube. You apparently have some questions over there. All right. Windows 11 asks, can you talk about futures in general? Is it 24 hours? What stocks are considered futures? How's it different from regular stocks? Did I draw these lines for each stock, or is it drawn automatically when you type a symbol? No, you got to put the lines in yourself. Now, there are indicators that'll do some of that work for you, but you need to draw them yourself. Now the indicators that you saw on my chart, that's built in. That's part of the paid membership. These here and these London sessions and all that. That's part of Coach's 3-point indicators for our paid futures members. But those lines you just saw me draw on the AMD chart for Thomas, I did that myself. So what are futures in general? Well, the oversimplified version is it's an agreement between two people or two entities. If let's say I'm a grocery store owner, okay? I own a national grocery store. You can think of a few of them, right? Place where you go buy your groceries. It doesn't matter the name. So I'm Mr. Grocery Store owner, and I need to fill up my meat counter with pork. All right, well, where do I get pork? Do I drive around the area where my store's at and try to find hog farmers? Or do I try to buy it from some central place, right? What you think is better? Well, buying it from one central place. Because not only do I have that store, but I got stores all over the country. I might have hundreds of stores in every state in the country, right? So am I going to drive to the local hog farmer every one of those states and cities and areas? No, right? That'd be pretty hard. So what I do is I hook up with one of those pork producers, and we draw up an agreement, which is called a futures contract, and we will negotiate the price of piggies, right? And the price changes, fluctuates daily, minute by the minute, right? And so we have an agreement. We come to agreement. I'm willing to pay this price for X amount of pigs, right? So that I can have them and fill up my grocery stores with pork chops and pork loin and whatever, right? Everything made out of pork. So I don't need them today, though. I do need them, though, within 30 days or 90 days. I really would like to make a contract where I have regular deliveries every 30, 60, 90, 100, on up. Regular scheduled deliveries, okay? So we negotiate the price, and it's set up, and I'm going to get my piggies in the future on a scheduled future date, hence the term futures. We're trading, whether it's trading gold, whether it's trading hogs, whether it's trading silver, whatever, right? The different futures contracts. So it's an agreement between a producer and a buyer, okay? So now I am going to get my piggies at a fixed price until that contract expires for whatever length the contract is. And the pig farmer's happy and the buyer's happy. Now, what would make the hog farmer unhappy and what would make the buyer unhappy? Well, the hog farmer would be unhappy if suddenly the next guy comes up and wants to pay more from the other guy, right? They're willing to pay more for that same order of hogs. Well, guess what? Hog producer A just lost money because hog producer B actually sold his product for more than he did. If he had just waited an extra day, he could have made another $1 million on his contract. But because he has a signed contract, he had to agree to pay that price. So what would make buyer A unhappy? What if the price drops? Well, dang got it, I paid that hog producer all that money, and look, the price dropped. I could have saved $1 million, right? So what they do is a futures contract, which is an agreement between a producer and a consumer. That's the first part. Now, what they'll do is an extra step, because you're talking millions and hundreds of millions, maybe billions of dollar agreements here. This is not just you going to buying one hog, right? We're talking big money, big things. So what they'll each do, the hog farmer says, well, if the price goes up, I'm going to lose money. So what will he do? He will buy a contract and he'll go long on it, right? Because if the price goes up, he makes money. The buyer who paid a fixed price, say he paid $1, what if the price goes down to 80 cents? Well, then he just ended up paying more money. So in reality, he lost money on the deal. He could have waited an extra day. So he will buy a short. And that way, if the price goes down, he'll make up that money that he paid too much for. So what is that called? It's called hedging. It's called hedging your bet, right? And that's what hedge funds do. They buy the opposite position to protect themselves against loss in case of a price fluctuation. Okay? So that's basically what it is. So it's used two ways. Number one, it's a contract between a producer and a purchaser on to buy a product at a fixed price. And the other one is they use that, which is actually the biggest thing futures contracts are used for, is a hedge against loss. Either I sold too cheaply and now the price went up, or I bought too expensive and the price went down. So you protect your position, and then if that scenario happens, you make money. And as retail traders, we get to enjoy that negotiation on a daily basis. So if I would look at, agriculture's closed now, just closed here about 10 minutes ago. Whatever, right? It's just, you understand what I'm saying. So that's basically what it is. A lot of money. It's called protecting yourself, and it's an agreement between two people. So that's what that is. All right, who is ready for a free week in either futures or stock trading or crypto? Absolutely free, no obligation at all. Just because you're here today, just because I like you. Even if I don't like you, you still are eligible for it, just because you're here today. If you want interested and you want me to tell you how to go about doing that, type in "I'm interested" or type in "yes." I don't see anybody typing anything. Hopefully that answers your questions there, Windows, over in YouTube's. Franklin said he's interested. Okay, great. Neo says yes. All right. Thank you for that follow, Neo. Neon. I get Neon City. Sorry, not Neon. Franklin. All right. Here, it's really simple. Blow your mind how simple this is. All you have to do is go to our website, which is AmericanDreamTrading.com. Yes, I said the whole address. Scroll down about halfway. There's two things you need to do. Well, grab the membership first. You'll see about halfway down, you'll see our membership page. Scroll down halfway down that landing page, you'll see a link there to all our memberships. Pick the one you want. If you're more interested in stocks and stock options, pick that one. Pick the premium. You'll see it clearly says it's free for the week. 7-day trial. If you're interested in crypto, then click on the crypto one trial. And if you're interested in futures, then click, of course, on the futures 7-day trial. All you have to do once you're registered, you're good to go. Then go back and get our Discord. Right? It's absolutely free because that's how we communicate with each other through that. There's only two ways we'll talk to you, and that is through our Discord inside the membership channels and or our live Zoom calls. So for those of you who want to go with the stock and stock options, we have a live Zoom training starting at 8:45. All right? And all you need is a free Zoom account. All right? That starts at 8:45 and runs through 4 o'clock every day. For those of you who want to do crypto, they have a live Zoom training class at 7:15 on Wednesday nights. And by the way, tonight is Wednesday night, so for those of you in crypto, you'll get to take advantage of that right away. And they have occasional pop-up things. Somebody say something? For those in futures that want to go to futures, we start our live training and trading at 8:30 a.m. on a live Zoom call through 4 p.m. Also daily, Monday through Friday. It's free. Now, what's the catch? Well, there is no real catch. It is absolutely free. If you decide that you want to stay a member, you do nothing and your membership will automatically renew after the 7th day. If you do not want to continue on a paid membership level, all you have to do is let us know you want to cancel, or you can cancel it yourself, and nothing will be charged to your credit cards or debit card, however you're paying. So, but it is free the first 7 days. So get on over there, AmericanDreamTrading.com, right? For those of you on YouTube, Doug has been kind, and James is over there also, to put clickable links in our YouTube live feed over there in the chat. We can't do that on TikTok. So, Donald, yes, we do not tell people to buy things. Please cease from doing that. Matter of fact, Donald, I'd appreciate it if you would remove that comment. We are not licensed financial advisors. At no time will we ever give financial investment or tax advice. We will never tell you to buy now and buy this or sell that at any time. We're not a call-out group here. We're an education and training company. We want to educate you so that you can make those decisions on your own in the best logical and intelligent and educated manner that can be, right? And that happens over time. It doesn't happen overnight. So for those of you who are interested in them free memberships, when you do get inside our Discord and you verify your account, make sure you give a holler out and say, hey, I'm new. Found you guys on TikTok or YouTube, whatever, right? Wherever you're coming from, Facebook, Instagram, Kicks, whatever. All the major social media networks. So head on over there right now. Get it. Today's the day that you can to start changing your life. Who wants to have a chance at financial freedom? I think we all do. I know it made me financially free, so I'm glad for that. Questions, comments, if you have any, feel free to type them into your chat box. So anyway, Thomas, look how effective that level was that I drew there. Look at that. How many times it bounced off that? Now what did it do? Came up here. Now it's testing that level again. Historical levels matter. Every one of these is a point of decision. Yes, this is a stock for those of you just arrived. Donald asked where did I think AMD was going? Well, I don't have any opinion, but what I will do is now if I have my chart charted out, then I will trade to trade, right? I will stay in this trade until it tells me to get out. And we educate you how to make those decisions, right? So come on over, join us for free for a week. You get to see what goes on behind the curtain, right? Oh, Mrs. Doug's in the house. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you over there on TikTok. Hey, Mrs. Doug. Anyway, she talks funny, by the way. You ever hear her talk? She talks funny. I don't know where she's from, but man, I don't know. She just talks funny. I like it, though. All right, so there you go, trade to trade. You need to know what all these things mean. If you don't, you're just walking blind. Don't try to drive 1,000 miles without a map or a GPS, right? You're going to get lost. In this case, trading stocks without knowing what you're doing, you're going to wreck your account and go bankrupt in your trading account. Don't do that. Come over, get some training first. Always trained. You're trying to get the cart before the horse, sir, Thomas. And it sounds like I'm picking on him, but he was very upfront and had questions. And it's the same questions I had when I started out, right? Get the training first. Don't even try to trade anything not knowing what you're doing. Let me ask you this question, Thomas, if you're still here. What made you decide to buy AMD today? Not knowing what you know now. Why did you buy AMD? A friend of a friend of a friend's cousin that was standing on the street corner when you walked by said, hey, buy AMD. It's going down today. Is that why you bought it? Was it somebody else told you about it? And not quite frankly, that's how most people get into investing. What they think's investing, they're actually getting into gambling, right? Because they haven't a clue what they're doing. So, and you'd be surprised how many people are doing that, right? It's a recipe for disaster. We're here to try to help you protect your account, not throw your money away. Whatever you lose today, you can't trade tomorrow. So why would you risk it when you don't need to? Don't risk the biscuit. All right, let's see. Go back to YouTube here, see what questions we got. I got Windows. Hey, MYT, good to see you, sir. Glad you could be back today. What should the minimum amount I need to trade to start trading with? Well, it depends whether you're trading NQ, which is one of the more expensive ones, or whether you're trading ES, which is one of the smaller. There's ones that's even less than that, currencies. It's whatever you have to go look and see what the margin requirements are on things you like to trade. You have to check with your broker. It's broker dependent. And not only do you need that amount of money to trade one contract, a micro contract or whatever, you also have to have a buffer in there because let's face it, all your trades are not going to be successful. You may end up losing more than you win sometimes, right? So you need whatever minimum contract you want to trade. If you like oil and that's what you want to trade, well, you need to know what your broker charges for trade one contract. And then you need a big buffer on top of that. So check with your broker what they charge for one contract. And you want to start out trading micros when you start with futures. Yes, you make a tenth less than you would with an E-mini, but you're also risking 1/10 less, right? So yes, you'll win 10 times bigger, but you also lose 10 times bigger with a E-mini versus a micro. You can build your account trading micros. I did it. You can do it. Our other members are in here doing it every single day. Good. Yes, and if you're holding overnight, then you got to have night margins, which you're talking tens of thousands of dollars, depending on your broker. So most people don't hold overnight unless they don't know what they're doing, or unless they're a swing trader. Most people are going to start out day trading, but if some brokers like Webull, they charge you the higher overnight margin rate after 4:15 till 9 a.m. the next morning. So if you wanted to trade, let's say, one contract of ES mini or micro, I'm sorry, I'm just giving a rough amount. I haven't updated my price sheet here lately. One ES, micro ES would cost you 100, whatever, 117 bucks, 118 bucks. But to hold that overnight or to trade that after 4 o'clock at night is $2,400. So you have to have a substantial. Most people, don't hold overnight, but if you get with the right brokers, I check out Trade-Avate. There's a bunch of others that trade futures only, and you can get overnight margins that are substantially less, right? Just depends what you want. So, all right. Yeah, there is the volume drops at this part of the day, but we're about ready to enter the power hour, which is the last trading hour of the day. Volume usually substantially increases, okay? Especially the last 10 minutes. That's one of the reasons coach tells you to stay out. So anyway, so that was a little brief history of charting, what to look for. Again, get the training first. Thomas, what's stopping you from getting a free? Yes, Trade-Avate has a tick chart. I can link this right to my trading view. Like the trading panel here, they have the DOMs, oops, let me get over here to, what was I looking at? YM. They have this type of DOM. As this opens right here, they have the price ladder. It looks exactly like this, right? It's actually more advanced, but yes, you can hook, and this is hooked up to my paper trading account with my Webull, but it looks just like this. It's one of those price ladders, right? That's the way Trade-Avates are. If you like this style, right? Or, so yes, it's there. They do have that. All right. No volume all day, no volume all week. It's not been a power hour for a while. Yeah, well, we've had a couple days here recently, but yeah, it's been kind of muted. A lot of that has to do with the economic news that the government's been releasing, kind of putting a dampener on things and waiting on the Fed to drop the rates and yada, 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 right? A lot of forces in play there. So September also is traditionally a slow month. Volume does tend to be less in September. Market tends to go down more in September, which I don't care because I like playing to the downside. Great thing about futures is I can go short because I'm using a margin account and I can trade up, down, and sideways all day long. I don't care which way it goes because Coach educates us on how to make money when the market goes up. He educates us on how to make money when the market goes down. And he educates us how to make money when the market goes sideways, when it goes into a channel. So it's a fantastical. I could care less which way the market goes. I actually enjoy it when I like it when it goes down. I like to take advantage of panic selling. That's kind of what it is. So anyhow, let me wet my whistle here while you have any questions. That was a good question. So yeah, September is one of your slower months of the year. Doesn't stop our paid members from making money because they know what to do. And there's things that happen that our paid members are made aware of that affect the market, have a direct impact on the market, and we capitalize them. As such, I capitalized this morning on the PPI movement. What's PPI? Well, if you was a member of American Dream Trading, you know that. What's PPI stand for? Anybody? Go ahead and type it in there.
Pixels per inch?
No. What's PPI stand for?
On a monitor stands for pixels per inch.
Producer price index.
Producer price index, correct. You are a winner. You are already a winner because you're a paid member of American Dream Trading. All right, producer price index, Captain call out on the TikToks. Good job. There you go. And what is that? That is what a producer pays, what their price is to make their widget, right? So if you're making something, you got a bunch of little parts and stuff, you're either producing it yourself, but you still got to buy the material to produce it, right? Or you may be outsourcing the pieces and parts individually to assemble them to create your product. Well, they measure all that. What does it cost to make that widget? Is it higher or lower, right? This month, it was this last report, it was slightly lower, which was kind of surprising. When is CPI? I believe, well, let me show you here. CPI is next. Is that next week? Let me look. TradingView has this neat little calendar built into it, and it tells you what the numbers are, how they came out. So here is, for those like oil, there's when the oil reserve numbers come out. Here's the PPI numbers. It was expected to come in at 0.3 to the positive and actually dropped. So it's actually 0.4 down from the expected. So that's good if you're a manufacturer, right? CPI, oh wait, CPI is this week, Thursday morning. That'll be another market mover. Now, it may or may not be, right? You got to know what the news says and how to use that news, right? So you have to be able to interpret the news in an instant and be able to capitalize on it. I capitalized nicely this morning, and a lot of our other members did the same thing. Now, we also had members who are new and are in paper trading at this point, and they played it in their simulated account to see how they did. So, yep, it's exciting. I love making money off of the news. And sometimes it don't move at all, depending on what the news is, the results of the news. You have to be able to interpret it pretty quickly to decide what it's going to do. Thank you for that, Rose, there. Lama USA. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, please again refrain from saying purchasing anything in your comments. Yes, there's all kinds of things you can use. I don't need to pay for any of that. It's all part of everything I already have. So, anyhow. So, right. Balar, AD Coach Fan Club, completed the first stage quest, unlocked, and now fans can send now to celebrate. All right. Okay. So, what other questions we have? Let's take a look around the block here, see what these are doing. What's S&P is still in a nice little downtrend here, kind of coming down to another level on my chart at 65.30. And what is it doing? It's hesitating there, right? So to be able to continue to go down, it needs to break 65.30. And would you look at that, my chart, look how good that my line is on my chart. Just a hair below that is a London session low, right? So when the London session was trading between 3 a.m. and 11 a.m. today, that was the low. Now, I don't know what time that happened. I'd have to scroll back and see. It doesn't matter. So, and then down below that is the Tokyo session, which they were done at 11. What time are they done? There's a 7 to 3, 4, whatever.
Tokyo finishes up right around London Open.
Yeah, okay. There's an overlap by an hour, I think, right? I forget.
Yeah, I think it goes till 3.
Yeah. So there's some
Eastern
levels down here, and it will respect those levels. So, but until then, it needs to break and hold below this 65.30. That's a very strong, very, very strong support level right now. So that's not going anywhere. See as it bounces. It doesn't mean this won't go through there. The trend is down, so you want to go with the trend, right? Don't be trying to go against the trend. If you do, it better be quick scalping, right? The trend is your friend until it's not. Now this can swing right back up and go all the way back up again. We see it happen all the time. But just because you see a candle suddenly go up, right? Well, it did here, right? It came down, went up, tried to get out of there at the previous day's high level, and then rejected, come all the way back down again. So just when you thought it was going up, it went down.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
There you go. So if you was expecting hopium that was going to continue, and you didn't do anything about it because you need to trade in front of you, that would cost you money. So, all right. Well, 360, I wouldn't worry about what somebody said. Yes, stagflation is a real thing. It's stagflation, not stagnation. Stagflation is a very nasty word in the market. It's even worse than a recession. As far as I'm concerned, at least when you're in a recession, you can pretty much guess where the market's going. Stagflation means that very thing. It just sits there. We haven't had a really good dose of stagflation since the late 70s. I know, I lived through it. But we've had some minor ones along the way, but the last major one, well, it might have been the last one. I don't know. Maybe we didn't have. Oh, look, there it goes, breaking out. Now, where's that? Where do you think this is going to stop there on that chart you see on your screen? You see, look to your right, look to your left on your chart there. What do you see? Can you visually see where that might stop? And look at that. Bang. It stopped right there. See that? See that wick right there? It might be hard to see on your screen, but there's a wick there. Right here at this level. I could draw a line right there. It's hit that so many times. I can pop a line on there. Matter of fact, I will. Right? Look at that, right? Crossed all these here. They stopped here. The wick came up here. Now the candle's coming up. So are we on an uptrend? Well, we'll see. What's happened the last 2 times? It rejected it there. Could this be a breakout moment? Well, we are approaching power hour. Anything could happen, right? So now we have, double tops, triple tops, however you want to look at it. Now, the good thing about this, and it has a better chance of breaking through this time because, it come up, that's one there, it retested there and rejected. Now it came back up and retested very quickly as far as time goes, time frame. The quicker it comes back to retest, the weaker it will be, and it has a better likelihood of breaking through. No guarantees, of course, of anything. As you can see, it is breaking through a little bit. Now, this candle here is a weak candle. Why do I say that? Don't be going all in yet, because this candle did not start on the top of that candle, right? You want to see it sitting on the shoulder. So it doesn't mean this won't continue up, but it's very weak. And look at it. See, it's already collapsing, right? Has not held above this level yet till this candle gets up there out of the way. Right now, it's a sign of weakness because it did not start on the shoulder of the previous candle. Now, this is just evaluating by one candle. Does not indicate that it's not going to continue to go up, nor does it indicate it's going to go down. It's just a sign of weakness. So we'll sit here and watch this. Yeah, MYT, you're filling your head with a lot of unneeded information on all these things that you talk about. And I know you're learning and you're starting out. You need to pick somebody and stick with it. Come over here to American Dream Trading, empty your cup, embrace what Coach has to say whenever you get a chance. And I know you're a student and things are tough right now and busy. Would be very hard, but it's not any more difficult being a student than it is working a 12-hour shift in a factory like a lot of our members do. And they are still successful traders. It can be done if you want it bad enough. And you can dedicate the time to do it. So look at that. Did I tell you that candle was a weak play there, right? Again, it still doesn't mean it won't go up. I just told you it was weak. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Interesting. How did I learn that, Doug?
American Dream Trading.
American Dream Trading. Right answer.
Ding, ding.
All right. This is like watching paint dry, but we're looking for, is it going to go out, break out here? Well, we know it's got to get through above this 5, what is it? What did I say it is? 5, everything's all jammed up here. Whatever that number is. What's this level? 536. Watch. See, now we have another indicator here, 55, and I have the top of my channel that it's been trading in up here. So it's got to do some serious volume moving, and it's kind of encouraging where it's at now, right? But has it held above that yet? Nope, it's not above this candle here yet. But it's looking good, right? Again, just because it doesn't get on the shoulder doesn't mean it won't. It's stronger indication that it's going to if it does. That's what you look for. And you can watch that while you're in a trade. If you see a candle going to start next by the side of the other one, you might be getting into some consolidation, right? You may be sitting there, but you also have to watch it don't pull back on you. And it still hasn't decided, it's still bumping its head up here on the 55, right? The trend is still down, don't forget, right? And we've seen trends reverse in the last hour. They can reverse at any time, but this, I would not consider this a trend reversal yet. It's got to break and hold and get above these other key levels. And remember, everything that it fought to come down here, it's got to fight to get back through going back up. It's harder to get back up than it is to break through to the downside. All right. What else do we have? Do I trade futures differently than stocks or options? Absolutely not. Everything I learned trading stocks and stock options applies 100% to trading futures or crypto. 100%. All those skills I had when I came over here, my first day was a shock when I came to futures. And I'm like, what the heck? I already know how to do this. It was a mind blow. It was like, right? Why? Because I already received all that training from Coach, American Dream Trading, over in stocks and stock options. That's all I traded for the first couple of years was stock options. Once in a while, some stocks. I did it backwards. I didn't listen to Coach. I started trading stock options instead of stocks. And look at that. It just epic fail at this point, right? Wonder where that might go back to. Anybody got any rough ideas where you think it might go to? Well, it kind of stopped here at one time, right? Maybe it might stop there again. I could draw a line there too, right? Or it may come down here where this other one stopped, right? There's a little minor level right here too, right where it's just pausing at right now. So there you go. So when I mentioned that candle was weak as it happened, was it weak? Yes, it was. Cool, huh? How'd I like them apples? And guess what? That was all totally free. Imagine what you can learn over in our live training sessions on Zoom. Well, you don't have to imagine. You can actually join our Zoom free for 1 week. Live training and trading, 8:45 till 4 p.m. for stocks. Cryptos on Wednesday nights at 7:15, and they occasionally have pop-ups. And futures, we start training, and I'm in there at that time, along with up to 3 or 4 other moderators. In the futures, we start at 8:30 in the morning. So, and look at NQ. As NQ did not do the same thing. See how they mirror each other sometimes? Look at that. It went up, bang, 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 pulled back. ES went up, bang, 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 pulled back. Same amount of candles and everything. What about the Russell? Well, the Russell did just look at how these things work. Here's the Russell. It went up, bang, 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 pulled. Did I just not sing the same song? Went up, bang, 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 pulled. Well, what do we got over here? The Dow. It went up, bang, 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 pulled. See how that works sometimes? Sometimes they're all pretty much in sync with each other. That's just the whole movement of the general market. The people that are trading the Dow will look at the S&P. Oh, it's dropping, so I'm getting out, right? And the people in the Russell will look at that at the NQ. Oh, it's dropping, I'm getting out, right? And so that's why they mimic each other, right? And not only that, institutions have preset buy and sell areas, so we might be in that also. Yeah, no problem, Windows. Come on over. Come on over and join us for free at American Dream Trading and get your training on. You'll learn a lot in a week. All you got to do is come over. It's free. Get a whole week's worth of free training behind the scenes. You'll be mind blown what we do there. What you guys are seeing here is the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. All the rest is underwater. You don't even you have no idea of the resources and the trainings that's available to you. Come on over. Check it out. And you have live access. You don't have that 20 to 45 second delay that you're getting right now on the live, right? Right now, just to show you, that you are delayed, which you probably already know that, but for those of you that, let me see here. All right. At this very moment, you'll see how much of a delay you have. At this very moment, NQ, the NASDAQ, is at $23,845.20. 23,845.0. Now look at your screen and see what the real price is when you hear this. That'll show you how much of a delay you got. Don't have any of that with our live Zoom call. Everything happens in real time. What's holding you back? Get it.
Get it now.
Get it now. Right. Come on. Anybody? And you don't need to have a funded account or anything even come over. You can just come and sit and listen all day. You'll learn a lot. Good to see you, Eduardo. Thank you for that following over there. Who else do we have come in here lately? Anyway, thank you for being here. All right. Big Cheetah's in the house. Jimmy McCee's in the house. McPhotos is in the house over there on TikTok. Good to see y'all. Glad you could be here. This is a live broadcast of American Dream Trading's Futures Education and Training broadcast. Okay. When trading, well, the reason you're probably having different is because you didn't save your layout as a template. There, Drewski. So whenever you get your things loaded in that you want, all right, go up here and click on where it says your name or whatever you named your template. If you didn't name your template, that's why. You're not loading the same thing over. Up there, top right-hand corner, you'll see a little square box. That's where you save your settings at. So put all the indicators on there that you want and your stuff, your basic things, and then click save. That way it'll save that. And then all you do that. Oh, about mine. Well, some of these I don't have the this is 3.1. I didn't load them all up with the Coaches 4 because I got right here, like when I open it up, I have a choice which one I pick. I have multiple templates saved. I haven't converted over to all my charts over to the 4 just because it's in limbo. I'll show you here. See, I can choose right here. I can choose ADT 3.0 version that I have saved as a template. There's my 4.0 beta. There was my original ones. I don't need all these on here. I can go in here and just remove that layout. I don't use that one anymore. That I can assure you. Let me click that right here. Remove layout, and it'll go away. Yeah. So it's just sometimes I haven't converted all my charts over, so I have all my lines on the 3.0 more extensive, right? So I'll load the 3.1s just because I haven't taken the time because I'm lazy. I haven't put them all on the 4.0 ones yet. So that's why. That's why you'll see that. And what he's referring to is right here. He can see it tells me what version. There's AT 4.0 beta, and it is a beta. And then this one's only has the 3.1s. So there's 4.0. It just depends which one I picked when I loaded them up. See, here's the 3.1 that I loaded for that AMD one. That is why. Wasn't that complicated, was it? All right. What do we got going on? Which platform is this? Kim asked.
Broke pre-market high or pre-market low.
I was gonna say yes.
Yes, dropping. Oh, what did I say it had to break out of? What was the number I
just grabbed
said?
quick 50 out of that.
65.30. Did I not call that? Or it has to break and hold. It is not broken held. It looks like it wants to this time, but it hasn't. Did that candle start on the shoulder of the previous candle? Well, it's got to have some oomph to it to the downside. Did it have oomph and break and hold below? Nope, not yet. Crazy, right?
Had enough room for my $50.
That's all you need. $50 make you holla.
It wicked me out at the top and then dropped 10 points.
That's how they do it. That's how they get you out of your stops. What this is, Kamesh, is this is TradingView. It's a independent charting software that you can buy on a subscription basis, but you can also link your current brokers to it if they're on the list to be approved to do that. It's the largest independent probably most widely used charting software in the world. I don't know that's a fact, but I love it. And it's not associated with American Dream Trading in any shape or form. It's just we use it. I use it. Some of our members don't use it. They just use the broker's software. It's what you like. I love it. It's powerful trade. It's a powerful thing, and I could go in here and trade right through this. So, is it going to go down? I don't know, right? We can take a look at it. This will be very reactive in that manner, right? Let's see here. Yes. And let me hook this up here real quick. Bang. All right. So, put this back down out of my road. See, I can trade this now. I linked my Weeble's live data to this. So now I can paper trade using live data. So if I want to trade and I want to short this to the downside, which I don't at this point, for a very simple reason, it doesn't know what it wants to do yet. It's right now at the London session low. Can I jump in there right now? Sure, I can go. All I got to do is go like that. Bang. Right now I'm in the trade. There's my trade. There's my stop. And there we go. 25 ticks. It says 24 actually. But now I can trade a trade by jumping in there like that. I know you guys like seeing, well, how much money is that instead of ticks, right? You can do this, show your ticks, don't show anything at all. You should not trade your P&L, right? Change this to, I can change this to show the money. I can change this to show percentage, anything, or I can take it so don't show anything. So right now, I am up on I'm on MES, that's why. I'm up $60, $70, right? Just on that little quick trade. Now, as you see that, I was up about $100, right? Shows you here in real time what it is, right? I have a $300 limit here, but I'm not even going to take that much. I'm going to go real tight on my stop, and I'm going to move it just above that there. That is a very too tight of a stop for this trade, but I am far enough away that I can move it down in case it comes back up and retest this, right? Now I'm up $137, right? 150. And now how can I get out of this trade? Well, all I have to do is click this button, right? And I'll get out of the trade. Or I could slide my stop down, which I won't do, but I can slide this down and lock in my profits as this goes further down, right? So I can use my stop and see the amount it tells you. But right now I'm using my stop to keep me from losing, or to limit my losses if it suddenly goes the other way. But as it gets money, now the problem is you have to let it get far enough away so that the average price movement, or also known as ATR, doesn't move back and stop you out real quick, right? You got to give it some room to breathe, right? Well, it doesn't have enough room there to breathe as far as I'm concerned until it gets down here somewhere, right? And it more likely is going to pop down, bump down here, so I'll probably take my profit right there when it gets that far, okay? We'll see what happens. Will it pause there? Let me move this chart up here so you can see it a little bit better. I don't need all these things here either. It's just distracting to me at the moment. Let's free up here, make some bigger chart. So, right here's a level down there around that 625-ish area. You got some orders down, clear down to 623, 622. That's just down here. Look, I got a line down there. What do you think it might do when it gets there? If it can break through here. I'm up $160 right now. Now I might want to lock in, move this down just in case it pulls back real big. At least lock in some money. Yeah, whatever. I don't usually do that anyway in my normal trading, but that's how you lock. I'm guaranteed $37 if this suddenly pulls back out of the 125 that I can take right now. So if this comes up here, taps that line, it'll lock in $37. I could slide it down more, but then the way this breeze would accidentally hit it. So I don't generally do that in my normal day-to-day trading. I keep my finger on this button here, click the X when I want to get out of the trade. If I see it's pulling back, I can get out sooner, right? There, bang. See, just in that, while I was telling you about it, it came up and hit that. So I got $37 out of that. I was getting ready to click the button to lock more in. But the reason for that is, the only reason it did that is because this is not far enough away from where I slid that down to protect my position. You have to give this candle room to move, because this will do this on every candle. Yeah, you're going to get some small ones, but look how all these candles, see the price there? And that's the only reason it locked that profit in is because of this movement. Now, I could have took that, whatever it was, 160 bucks, whatever, locked it in. Normally, I would have. I'm a scalper, so when it gets enough away that's got a few dollars profit, I'll lock it in, re-enter. Thanks for sharing the live there, Wall Street. Appreciate it. All right. Who's going over to AmericanDreamTrading.com right now and grabbing those free 1 week, 7-day trial on either our premium membership, which is trading stocks and stock options, or a week of trading crypto, or a free week of trading futures? Get over there and get it now. What's holding you back besides you? Doug, look at the Discord down there on things. Do we have anybody even take advantage of it yet?
Not yet.
What? Look at the news. There might be some more volatility here. Let's just say a famous person that you see on TikTok and you see on YouTube has been shot at an event. So anyway, you guys on paid members can see that. Just say the guy that likes to debate other people through their ignorance. The younger guy.
There's a lot of those on the internet.
Yep. So that's some news there. Nice to see you, Jugga. That's me typing numbers, not Coach. All right, so what's this going to do? It's just going to kind of sit here, right? But that's how you trade, and that's how you use your stops to, you can lock in your profits also. All right. We're now in Power Hour.
Hey, Mark, I'm sorry. Where do we see the news you just said?
It's in the live Zoom chat.
Not on mine.
You got to look at the live Zoom chat in the room. Unless you just joined, then you might not be able to see it. It was posted at 3:13.
For some reason, I got disconnected.
Oh, okay. Well, you lose all that then.
Yeah.
Ken, you want to repost that so people that maybe just joining over there see that, if you want to?
Will do.
I don't want to say it out loud because it's got trigger words in it. You know what I mean?
I understand. Thank you.
All right. What else we got going on here? All right. Let's see what else is going on. ES is kind of taking a little nap right now. Oh, look at NQ. What's NQ doing? Oh, look at that. NQ's doing the same thing. What about the Russell? Oh, the Russell's doing the same thing too. Russell's there at a critical level.
Yes, it's trying to bounce up the bottom of the regression channel.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at our friend Thomas's stock. What is it doing since we last looked? Look at that. Boy, is he, you know what they say about a blind hog finding an acorn every once in a while, right? If you're still in that trade there, buddy, you're still making money. Look at that. Beautiful. If he was in a put, right? There you go. That's the one we were talking earlier about, and we were showing how to chart. That's the only reason we're talking about it. It's not a futures contract. Yeah, everything's kind of in a standstill here right now. Anyhow. Yep. All right. I don't know what issue is that with the new thing you're trying there, Doug? That you're having that issue with?
Oh yeah, I Tradevate funded the accounts land or the money landed today, so I'm doing some testing.
Oh. Well, I mean, when you run you have it linked to your trading view, there's no issues.
Yeah, but you still can't drag a stop. You have to go in with one.
Huh?
Unless
I
I
drag
said
mine
you
all the
have
time
to.
through Trading View,
Do you?
link to Trading
Yeah.
View.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Maybe it's a setting thing.
That could be. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have. I can go here and link this right now to.
We can go over it later.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna. Right there it is. So now, if I was going to take a real trade, right, I can go up here. You know, I'm not going to do a live trade here because I'm distracted. But yeah, it'll just still let me do it, right?
Oh no, I understand that on there. I'm just saying you can't drag one from your buy sell position once you get into the trade.
Oh, you mean if you forget to do it, you can grab and drag it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. You know how I trade, so I can't answer that.
I do.
Affirmative.
I do. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
You know what I mean, Doug?
I do.
All right. I think you're right about that, though.
Well, I couldn't. So I was thinking maybe it's a setting thing, but it's just it's that nuance that we have with Weevil as well until they fixed it. So
Yeah.
no big deal.
Tell them all about it, Doug. Don't let them push you around.
That's right.
So
Silly
you're a customer, you
platforms.
demand this be fixed. It's
That's right.
made the way you want it. Russell's starting to pull back down. MES had a big down candle there. All right. Yes, whenever you do session changes. Now, the other thing, too, you'll find out if you go log in your phone and then it keeps the one active session. That's the issue. You can be logged in
yeah.
both, but
Yeah, I saw that too. That was kind of a pain.
I turned on
It's
that
all good.
two-factor authentication. I'm going to kill that because, if I log out my account and then log back in, then I got to go to my cell phone, click like, and use the authenticator app to put the number in, and then it hooks up. Well, I mean, that's good. You should protect yourself, and I probably
Yeah.
will leave it that way. But it
I don't
doesn't-
mind it,
I'll
honestly.
forget to get out and disconnect it sometime. I'll come back in the morning. It's still hooked up. So
Yeah, that part makes me nervous. So I'm going to keep the two-factor.
yeah, me too. Yeah, once your income, yes. I want 20 income or 20 factor. All right. No, I didn't doze off there, James. I was reading a news article and I was trying to see what was really going on. But I do, I do, time to time. Not today though. I'm good.
Yeah, I did a couple of trades. I did one linked to TradingView, and that worked okay. And then I've been just toying around with the software last hour or so. Did another trade in there live, so I'm up 3% of my account today.
Good
Live
job.
cash. Yeah, good stuff. And then I'm dinking around with a demo account, just trying to get used to the mechanics.
Anyhow,
Mhm.
all right. Yeah, let's remove that comment there, Wall Street, whether it's true or not. Let's please remove that. This is a futures and education program. I don't want to put any buzzwords on there. Please remove that immediately if you would, sir. Thank you very much.
Sadly, we can't delete comments. I wish we could. We can't delete comments on TikTok.
Why?
I've tried. Can you?
Well, I can mute him, but I don't want to mute him just for
I don't want to
that.
mute him either.
See if you can remove
yeah,
your comment there, Wall Street. Well,
Yeah,
only way I
my
can
mods,
remove that
I,
is to
I
mute
still
you.
can't remove.
So
I don't want to mute him.
I'm not gonna block you, but if I mute you, it'll go away. That I know, but it won't let me delete your actual comment though. So, anywho, all right.
I see. Okay.
I mean, it's whether it's true or not. I just don't want. I don't want the hot topic stuff in here in this room. That's all. We have enough issues with TikTok just trying to get day to day. I don't need people coming in here, and it's becoming a theme. So I'm going to start dealing with it swiftly. All right. All right, so we're all pretty much at a standstill, double bottoms, nice key critical areas for it to make a move if it wants to. AMD, look at that. AMD. Boy, what a moneymaker that is, right? So, MES is just kind of sitting there. Main indices, but you get the Russell and the YM. Yeah, look at that. Can you almost not predict what YM is going to do? What did we talk about earlier? Did we not talk about channels, right? Did we not say right here, went up here, came down, bang, went back up, came back down almost to where that was. Come up, pulled back down right to that same level. Went up, bang, right back down to that same level. There's where historical levels matter. If you knew that ahead of time, right, you could really capitalize on that and make some really nice trades. So, all right. I haven't found a confirmation about what you put on there either. I'm not saying it's not true. At least on my cell phone, it's not showing me that part yet.
No, there's
Is that
no
about the
confirmation
news,
of
Mark?
that.
What's that?
About the news?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I mean the event that thing happened, but we have a person in TikTok to type something else.
Oh,
A condition, a state of being. Didn't want to do that. Hang on. Yeah, I'm looking at my phone. Yes, folks, I am.
You can delete TikTok comments if it's your own comment. You just hold it down. You just press on it, and then it'll come up.
Interesting.
Just saying.
Well,
just press,
you
press
can
on your own
remove
comment.
your own.
You can remove your own. I don't know about anybody else's, but you just probably not. But you just press down, hold down on your comment,
Well,
and
yes.
then
All
the
right.
options will come up.
Go ahead and do that there, Wall Street, on your app.
Give it a try.
Give it a try on that one. You know which one I'm talking about up there. No, I'm not going to mute you. Just see if you can do it. I just want to see if it's possible so I can use that information in the future for other people. You look on your phone.
Yeah, I'm actually curious about it.
Yeah, if you're using your phone, hold down on that comment and see if it gives you the option to remove it. He said he tried. He can't.
All right. Well,
Whatever.
for next time.
Right. All right. What else we got? What other questions we have? Let's move. The reason I even mentioned, even briefly brought that up is because news can matter and affect markets. Is that news big enough to affect our futures market? Well, you just don't know, right? You don't know how markets. I wouldn't think it would be because we are in an international market, but we get any world leader opens his pie hole somewhere on TV, it'll really move the markets. We have members that watch for certain individuals around the world to get on TV and talk or find out that they have a scheduled talk, and they track it and let us paid members know and that will keep us on our toes and keep alert to pending news coming out and what might affect the markets and drive it one way or the other. You don't want to trade before the news because you don't know what the news is, right? So, anyway, there we go. All right. Okay. So, once again, I have not found confirmation. I don't see any news organizations reporting that. So, anyhow, I am going to mute you, though, because I don't want that staying on there for today. Okay? Wall Street, just so you know. You can go over to our YouTube channel if you like, American Dream Trading. How's that? I just don't want that left on here, and you know what I mean. You know where I'm coming from. You feel me? All right. Where'd it go? All right. There you go. All right. What do I think about Intel stock? I don't know. I have no opinion. What do you want to know? What do you think? I can take a look at it for you. What specifically is it that you would like to know? That's a pretty open-ended question. Of course, that might be your intent to leave it open-ended, see what I will say, right? You can't believe how well it's done since, that was a big deal, right? To that 10% or whatever it was. They still have some very big issues, right? They're trying to work through, right? CEO change and on other bad news, and I'm not going to get into all the news. They're getting beat mercifully, right? Their stock prices and stuff, right? Puppet, not to change the subject, Puppet Flicks, I do not watch other people on the interwebs trading. You know why? Because I already got one place I can go to get all the information and training that I need with proven success in my own life, and that is American Dream Trading with the coach. I don't fill my noggin with any other person's garbage. I'm not bad-mouthing that. I have no clue who that person is anyway, to answer your question. I literally do not watch anybody else's theories or trading strategies or any of that. Is that to say that they're not any good? No, I'm not saying that. I know there's about 2 or 3 that I have watched that I like, and all the rest are garbage, right? I have no opinion on that person. Even if I did, I wouldn't say it out loud because I will not badmouth other people. It's just not professional, right? But I do not on purpose do not watch other people, right? It's not that they may not have some good things to say. It's just I know what works. I know what works for me. I know what works for our tens of thousands of our other members. There's no reason for me to go visit somebody else's house, right? I'm already in my house that's already proven results, so why would I want to go, right? So that's the reason why. That's why I'm not familiar. Do I see them when I'm flipping through my TikToks? Yeah, but I don't watch them. So no reason to. It's just a waste of my time. Why would I want to do that, right? To say I've done very well by joining American Dream Trading, right? No, I haven't had any issues there, Vanette. It's a setting somewhere, and it's the same email. Choose different tickers. Well, that's something that you can get with Doug there. It's kind of hard to answer that live right now.
I'll take care of it.
Yep, it's something simple, I guarantee you. Yeah, so I don't. Well, number one, I'm not going to discuss other people's names. All right, but I literally don't care to. Right. Yeah, I hear it's awful nice and sunny in California, right? And they got the ocean out there, and and all kinds of things you can do in LA. But I ain't moving from Ohio to go to LA, right? You guys are all saying I'm probably crazy. Why would you want to stay in Ohio? Well, I have no intention of moving, right? I got everything I need here. And number one, I'm not a big city person, right? But I've been to Miami, loved it down there, beautiful city, tons of things to do. I don't want to live there. I mean, I would kind of. It is kind of nice down there, quite honest with you. If I was a city person, yeah, that would be the place to go. Matter of fact, I think it's number third most visited city in the world, I believe, behind New York and Paris, I think it is, or I don't know, read that somewhere. But just because there's something maybe appealing to you about it out there doesn't mean it's something I want to pursue. So anyhow, but thanks for asking. Yeah, I don't do that. And even if I had a negative opinion about somebody that you asked me about, I wouldn't give it to you anyway. There's ones that go on there on their feeds and badmouth other people. What does that say about them, right? If they feel they have to tear other people down to build themselves up, it just means they got a heart of coal, right? They're just black, right? Just first thing you hear when other people badmouth other people publicly on a free social media feed, that ought to send up some red flags, right? Why? Why are you doing that? Why don't you talk about the good things that I should be listening to you? Maybe you have some great things to say. Tell me more about you. Don't be bad-mouthing the other people, right? Doesn't that just make better business sense, right? Look at the presidential elections. Some of them spend so much time tearing down the other opponent, you have no idea what they want, what they stand for, right? That's just a good example right there, right? Politics. Yeah, this guy did this and that, this, da. Well, what are you? I don't even know what you believe in. You don't even say anything, right? So it's not good for business, right? Be positive. Try to lift people up instead of tearing them down, right? Try to be that positive influence on other people. Life's too short to be a boomer. They put up with my grouchiness, though, sort of. Coach hasn't fired me yet, let's put it that way. He can't fire me. I'm not an employee. There you go, right? You can't fire me. I quit. No. Nope, it's good. Try to be positive. Do positive things for other people. Share the joy. Almond joy. Remember
Mark, I did a prediction on the daily chart for NQ today.
You did?
Posted that in the chat way back at 9:51 this morning. I said NQ's daily ATR to drop all the way to support according to the pattern that I was looking at all the way to 23,809.
Wow. Guess where that's at?
Well,
Doug?
it kind of overachieved a little bit and dropped all the way to 786-ish, 787.
It didn't hold there, though, did it?
No, it didn't.
It might just finish right where you said, Doug. You never know.
It's a double top. I was looking at this thing and it was just bleeding out all day. It's perfect.
Good.
What a great setup.
Let me see here. NQ.
9:51 this morning.
I actually have a line. I have a gold level at, what is that line?
Good stuff.
820? Is that what that is? No, 816. 816.50. What? I don't know how we spread it. This, I think, drives me nuts sometimes. These numbers are all jammed together. I have a gold level at 800, actually. And that's close. My other line's at 823. But that's close as I had, other than the 785 line down there. Oh, no, that's the one it drew automatically. That's the... Or no, it ain't. I got a day line.
I got so many lines on my chart.
I got a day line at 785. What number did you say?
809 was
809.
the tip of that pattern that I was targeting, and it broke down all the way to
785.
785 even.
And you know what?
And
I literally have a line right there at 785 from a day, my day line from a day.
There you go.
Day chart. It nailed
Yeah,
it.
I've got a 1 hour.
The wick touched it. It didn't. Body did, but the wick did.
Yeah. I had a 1 hour line at 786.75, so that was close enough for me.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, as far as intel, I don't have I trade to trade, right? I don't try to form opinions about anything, because you know what opinions are like, right? But I kind of got distracted, I can get distracted too,
Squirrel!
What? Oh. But yeah, that has boosted the news, right, for them. Does that change the issues that they had that caused them to get to where they're at in the first place? Probably not, right? Not at this time. Is it possible for a corporation to turn itself completely around and resolve all the issues that got them into trouble, yeah, they get the right leadership in there, right? So get people with the right things and be able to know what's going on. Well, they've had some product. Stop it. Stop it, TikTok. Oh, come on. I'm getting the puzzle piece. I've been typing in there all day. Come on. Well, TikTok, you know how this works with me, this puzzle piece. It usually don't, which means you're about to get disconnected here probably in the next 5 minutes. I would, if you really want to watch that, go over to YouTube. The TikTok feed will be killed unless this puzzle piece successfully loads on this system that I'm working on. And if it don't, I won't be able to complete the puzzle, which they will say is, oh, you don't have any activity. And I'll get this, it'll cut the feed to TikTok. So you guys may be going bye-bye here in about 5 minutes. I got to see if I can get it to reload. I've had one maybe good reload in the last week to where I was able to slide the puzzle into place, let go of it, and it to recognize that it was good. So we'll see here. If not, you're going bye-bye about 15 minutes early. Yeah, this ain't loading. Ain't looking good for you. Well, I'll keep hitting the button though. So if you want, you can go over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, and go over there and watch the same feed here, or you can go to Facebook or LinkedIn or, you know, Twitch, and Twitter, and Kicks, and all the other places you cool cats hang out at. All right. All right, I'm sure the TikTok is full of that news by now, and footage and video, and
It's all
over the place.
It's all over the place.
Is it? Don't look good, huh? Anyway.
Well, he's a prominent figure.
Huh? What? You type it in the chat.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Willis? You talking about Willis? What's Willis? What's a Willis? Come on, kids, Google it. Or chat GGPPP DDTZHY.
No joke, right?
What you talking about, Willis? My wife even says
One of the
that
best
once in a while.
television shows in history right there.
It was at that time. Go watch it now, though. Look at NQ popping. Gee, bitty Christmas. It's on fire. Just watch your levels, trade to trade that's in front of you. All right? Getting a nice
Fuego.
uprise back up to the upside. All right. What else we got going on here? Looking at the different things. Nice big pop. Well, guess where that's up right now? That's up there at just the strong resistance level. Watch for that right here. All right. See where these are all hung out here earlier today? Tried to break through that last time, right? And couldn't get back up and rejected. So that 850, whatever it is, 858 level there. Might do it this time though, huh? Power hour, anything can happen, right? Get lots of volume in all of a sudden. Well, TikTok, ain't looking
Double
good.
top, 865 key level.
Yep, all the indices are probably reacting the same way right now. There's that. There's MES, the same pop. There's the Russell, same up pop. There's YM, the Dow, same up pop. All of them are reacting accordingly. I need a last minute push back to the upside. So, there you go. Pick one. They all look the same. By the way, Nunya's leading the likes and gifts over there on TikTok. Just so you know. And the way this is going, he's probably going to end up being a winner because it's not going to let me do this. So when you suddenly disappear, I didn't kill it. It killed itself. Yeah, this thing's saying network error. It won't allow me to do the puzzle. It's all right. It is what it is. Made it through most of the show. In the last 10 minutes. Any other questions? Comments? We are live here 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on all the social media works. I'm live from 2 to 4 Eastern Time daily, Monday through Friday. We have the aftermarket show over on our YouTube channel. It's called American Dream Trading. It starts at 4 o'clock, the aftermarket show with our host, Don. Head on over there. Upon conclusion of all of our broadcasts, they're immediately available over on that said YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. And you can watch. Oh, I got the puzzle. It finally worked. Well, let's see if it's going to let me slide it now. You get one chance at this, right? And last time I did this, I had it in there, had it right where it's supposed to be. And then it said, network error. There it goes. Let's see. It's thinking. It's thinking. It's thinking. Nope, unable to verify. Please try again. No, thank you. It won't let me load it that fast. It was right on there, dead on. Ridiculous. Anyway. All right, TikTok, you may make it by the time this gets done goofing around over here, but anyway. Thanks for joining us anyway today. Thanks for all the great questions, the likes, and the shares. You know what I mean? All right, YouTubes. What did you do over there, YouTube? Did you do all the thumbs up and all the things that I asked you to do earlier? Oh, wow, look at that. The thumbs up equal the amount of people watching. Congratulations. That's got to be a first. 100% thumbs up. Way to go, YouTubes. All right. All right, let's just watch it here, see what's going on. As we have about 12 minutes before the market closes. All right. TikTok, you got about 30 seconds and you're going to disappear. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be here tomorrow, Monday through Friday, same time, same bat channel, 2 o'clock p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, you're about to get unconnected, deconnected in about 10 seconds against my will, but you know, I can't help this puzzle thing here. So thanks for coming in 2, 1, 0. Goodbye, TikTok. And they're gone. All gone. Goodbye. Hang on, TikTok. Okay. Disconnected due to inactivity. Huh. Okay. Whatever. All right. I think Coach had issues today too. All right. At one point, we had 994 reviews over there today. That ain't bad. So. All right. We got a few minutes left here. YouTube, it's all you, and Facebook and all them. TikTok is out of here today.
With that move, Mark, NQ just went positive for the day.
Did it? Yes, it did. 0.01.
Toying around with
02.
Yeah, I know.
01. It's got to break and hold above that level right there to stay officially positive, which is a Tokyo session low, right?
Yeah.
All right. What else we got? Anything else? All right. Nobody awake over there on YouTube, so we're going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody being here. Make sure anybody you come in contact with the rest of the day, and until we meet again, that you would be a positive influence on their life. Try to lift people up instead of tearing them down. Leave lasting positive memories for those you come in contact. And we are live here, like I said, 3 times a day. Upon conclusion of all of our live broadcasts, they're available for immediate review on our YouTube channel, where you'll also find over 2,800 training videos that you can look at your leisure. So if you're over there on our YouTubes, check out the channel in detail. There's all kinds of free learning over there. Get your learning on over there. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Thank you for your questions and your participation. You're welcome there. Just sell it right there from our Canuck friend. I will see you same time, same bat channel tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thanks, Mark.
Do you by chance have a suggestion for me or no?
Yeah,